The first step in making an equation of any line is looking at what information you have. So what information have they given me? Well, they gave us a point, and that appears to be the only real information that they've directly given us. They gave us a point. Great, thanks a lot. But they actually gave us much more than that. They told us that we need a line that is parallel, so this is extremely important right now, parallel to this equation. Now, a moment ago, we said that parallel lines have the exact same slope. So if I'm going to make a line that is parallel to this, it needs to have the same slope. So let's start there. What is the slope of this line that I'm trying to make something parallel to, Dominic? 2/3. So they gave us the slope that we're supposed to use. Indirectly, they didn't come out and say the slope of your line is going to be 2/3. They said you're going to make a line that is parallel to this. We have to then translate that as meaning they should have the same slope. So it's still going to be 2/3. They also gave us this point, so we're going to go ahead and write that down. What formula or what form of a line would we use if they gave me a point and a slope? Point slope. Point slope intercept's not a real thing. Point slope. So if we have a point, we have a slope, we should use point slope. So just to make sure you remember what this is, that would be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Here's our problem. It's very easy for us to just plug numbers into this formula, but that doesn't answer the question. We're supposed to be writing an equation in slope-intercept form, which means we're supposed to come up with an equation that looks like the one they gave me, just with a different number at the end, basically. Well, let's start with the part we do know. We know that this is x1, this is y1, and that's obviously m. So let's plug those in. So y minus y1 is 5, equals m we said is 2/3, x minus x1 was 12. So all we did is what we were doing on Friday, basically. We just plug the numbers in where they go in the formula. But for us to really accurately see the similarities between the equation we've written and the equation we were given to begin with, we need to have them written in the same form. Otherwise, we're not doing a very good comparison. So we're going to have to turn this into slope-intercept. Here's the big difference. Slope-intercept form, the one that they gave us in the original problem, has y all by itself on the left. It just says y equals, and then there's all the other information. We have to accomplish the same thing here. We need to get y all by itself. Can someone tell me what I need to do to get y all by itself? I am going to need to add 5. That's perfect. Right now it says y minus 5 equals. So if I add 5, the 5 goes away. But look at the other side of the equation. Where am I going to put the 5? If I just put plus 5 at the end, it still doesn't look the way that this is supposed to look. So even though we're going to add 5, we're not going to do it yet. Now, we've studied a lot with equations already. When you see an equation that has parentheses in it, and you're trying to solve for something, we're trying to solve for y, get y by itself. What have we said we are supposed to do when parentheses are in an equation that we are trying to solve? Savannah? Multiply. Using what? There's a name for this. Aaron? Distributive property. And Savannah's right. That means we're going to multiply 2/3 times x and 2/3 times 12. So let's leave the y minus 5 alone for now, but that is our ultimate goal, to move the 5 and get y by itself. 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. And now everyone freaks out and says, are you serious? I got to do 2/3 times the whole 12? Really? Fractions? Oh no. It's not that big a deal. Isn't 12 a multiple of 3?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a whole number. The simple way to do this is to just say, what's 2 times 12? Divided by 3? 8. You multiply the top, divide the bottom. 12 times 2 is 24, divided by 3 is going to be 8, so this is minus 8. Now that we don't have those parentheses in the way, we can do what we set out to do in the first place, get y by itself. If I add that 5, I now have y by itself, hooray. 2/3 x is still 2/3 x, negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. Compare this to what they gave us in the first place. It used to say y equals 2/3 x minus 1. Now it says y equals 2/3 x minus 3. Do they have the same slope? Absolutely. They're parallel. We did exactly what we were asked to do.